everybody. Hi Jana. Hi Lisa. Good afternoon. Sorry I was a minute late. I was trying to get a post up on Facebook letting everybody know about this awesome sale that we're having. Yay! So, if you don't know, first responders are near and dear to my heart. One, I've had a lot of health issues over the years, and without our first responders, I might not be here. And two, they do a lot of good in the world. And hi Betsy, I actually used to be a first responder too, so all of it's kind of come full circle. And I thought we would see these guys. So we have an awesome deal going on. These first responder sets are good for 48 hours until, I think, Lisa, you'll have to tell me what that end date is. I think it's the 9th at 11:59. Anyway, these are already deeply discounted. So if you buy just the stamps are $7.99. You're going to get another 15% on top of that. If you buy the stamp and die bundle, and these are all limited quantities, and they get them while you can, because once they're gone, you're not going to see them again. So, but the bundles are $15.99, which is actually what the original cost of the stamp was. And with the dies, they were upwards of like almost $40. So this is the steal, you guys. I think I saw someone already take, what do I want to say? I think that somebody already took advantage of it, and a die bundle came to $13.60. Like, I'm losing out on this, but my loss this year gained, so take it away. So the ones that are on sale, you've got the Firefighter Koala, which has this really cool fire truck. Then you've got this, he's in his fire garb. You've got the hydrant, and you've got this cute little Dalmatian. It says, "You're my hero, many thanks, thank you, happy birthday." And then you've got this one that's the nurse hero. It says, "You're my Shiro." I know that was a really popular thing to say a couple of years ago. "May the Lord bless you and keep you safe. Thank you for all you do. Because of you, we live in a happier, healthier world. Thank you for taking such good care of me." So it comes with, this little koala bear and this elephant, which is super cute. And then, of course, we've got the doctor, and we've got him examining this teddy bear, which you often see like at Children's Hospital, where you always show the child what you're going to do to them, like with a doll baby or with a stuffed animal, to put them at ease. So that's super sweet. But we've got "Love you," hugs and kisses, wishing you a speedy recovery, sending you lots of feel better, hugs, love, sorry to hear you're not feeling well, get well soon, hope you get well, wishes, feel better. So you can kind of build these. So last night I was playing with some papers that you may or may not see come to fruition here at Pajama Crafter Stamps, but I will show them to you. So I kind of gave you a sneak peek with the thumbnail. So we've got this. It's got some of the EKG lines and the heart, and I think that this is just really cute paper. This is just printed with my printer here at the house, so it would be way, way better. Firefighter bundles already sold out. Yeah, I think there was only one left. And then we've got this really cute. It's got like crutches, and it's got a heart, and it's got an IV bag. What else? An ambulance, a hospital, a broken foot, a little baby, like a sonogram, and it's super, super cute. And then this one I did to look like pill bottles and like ointments. There's a needle there, there's a ribbon, there's a glucometer, there's some pills. So it's just cute. So as you can tell, I've already stamped the doctor on there. Now, if we have time today, I might color some other things, but I thought we would start here. I naturally gravitate to red, white, and blue. Just call me a patriotic fool. We are veteran owned, so that kind of comes real easy to me to do red, white, and blue. That's how I gravitate to it. So I think we should start with the teddy bear. I usually would say let's do the koala, but I want to do something different than what I normally do. Let's see. We're going to use a 3-1, a 3-3, a 3-7, and a 3-9. So we're going to use some really easy, normal, everyday blends. Okay? So the Firefighter bundle, Jana's saying, is sold out. And yeah, somebody grabbed it like the second I put the, that I put it up online. So I apologize for that. The stamp is still available. And that would be $7.99 plus an additional 15% off. And I will tell you that if you have a scan and cut, these do cut well with a scan and cut. Let me see something. I'm just curious. If somebody has to have the bundle, I have a die set in my packet that has never been cut with, so it's been opened. But if they're okay with the fact that it's already on a magnet and but it has never been cut with snips or anything or no paper through it, you can contact me and tell me that you want it. But for the most part, it's not. So if you'll just need to contact me and send me a message saying I have got to have that stamp and die, and I will part with my die. Because like I said, I really don't use my dies very much. I usually just use my scan and cut. So what you've seen me do is use my E39. Hi Tanya, good to see you. I need to get in contact with you, I think. In fact, I will message you this evening if that's okay. Because I just looked and I have, for my Orlando show, I have to have 600, I'm not kidding, 600 make and takes ready, and I have 0. So I might really take you up on helping me. So I'll contact you. So where his stethoscope overhangs the leg, there's going to be a shadow. Jana would like it. So Jana has already called dibs on it because she says cussy cutting's not her thing. Yeah, me neither. So I think I've told this story more than once, but I broke my first scan and cut because I did something stupid. I got some tape stuck behind it, and or like in between, I don't know, what was it? The glass plate and the rollers. So literally, I dropped a razor blade down it. Don't ever use a razor blade with any of your cutting tools. It's just really stupid. It's a stupid thing to do. Anyway, I'm not calling you stupid, I'm calling me stupid. Just to be very clear. Anyway, this is the E37. And so I broke it, and after my husband fiddled with it, and you know, he's like the jack of all trades. If he can't fix it, then it can't be fixed. The show is April, we leave April 1st. So, yeah. And if you aren't available anytime soon, we've got lots of shows coming up, Tanya. So if anybody's wondering how I know Tanya, and when I say no, I say that in a very loose way. She actually contacted me because she saw the address of the store, and that is just a mailing address because I don't want the whole world knowing my my home address, right? So it ends up being across the street from her store. And what's very funny about it is my husband and I, and I'm not gonna, unless Tanya wants me to talk about her family business, I'm not going to mention it, like the name, unless you want me to, Tanya. But anyway, my husband and I frequent there, and we have an entire cabinet of her product in our house. So it's like a small little world, and then we find out that her family actually lives in my neighborhood. How crazy is that, you know? Hi, Judy V. How are you? Good afternoon. I'll be out of town next week, Wednesday to Sunday. Okay. Well, when you get back, I might actually have my house cleaned soon. that might work. Oh, shoot. But again, I will probably start on this stuff I'll probably start on this on Sunday. But yeah, it's a very small world, and when you own a company, you start to realize like how small of a world it is, and your world closes in real fast, and I love it. You know, it's great to know that there are actually real people on the other side of the computer screen. Which, when I was sick, I had a real hard time fathoming that there was actually something like other people on the other side of the screen. And when I think about like all the years that I had been sick, if I had actually reached out to people, like I probably would have had a bigger support system. Shame on me, you know, shame on me for that. So that was the E33. Lisa, I will tell if she does not announce it. Okay, so she has Kentucky Olive. So they have a real pretty store. They have like the gourmet vinegars and the olive oils to go with it, and they've got all the recipes that would go with the food that you would fix. They also have like handmade soaps in there, and they have some like artisan stuff. Tell me if I'm wrong, Tanya, if I'm misrepresenting in any way, but like, I know like we have a cross that hangs down in my husband's man cave that's made by a veteran, and that's one thing that really kind of attracts me to her business, is that she has stuff from veterans, and so we have a red, white, and blue. It looks like an American flag, but it's a cross hanging down there. So when you go down the steps into the man cave, he's got a whole wall of like Americana type stuff. So he has like the Constitution hanging. He's got like something like One Nation Under God. He's got, it's kind of funny. It looks like a dinner bell, but it's copper, and it was something that it's like whatever anniversary that you give copper is what he got that for. But it was just, you know, we've got all kinds of little things that kind of are, you know, Americana-ish. We've got, I don't know. And then I think he's got, a couple of religious things hanging too. So if you guys didn't know, I actually met my husband at church. And so, you know, not everybody has the same belief systems as I do. I will never be shy about what mine are. So that was an E59 to make the wood grain of the chair. I just wanted it to be different. And then I'm going to go in with E57. But anyway, when I got divorced, I swore that I would never get married again. I would never date again. But I took the Bible study that I led, I told everybody that I would get married again if God wanted me to. And so, but they said, well, how's that going to happen? And I said, well, he'll have to knock on my door. So he was at the time working, he volunteered all the time, and they ended up hiring him part-time. And so he would close up the church at night, like when we had small groups. So he literally knocked on the door of the Bible study and kicked me out. My whole group. But when I said that he was going to have to kick me out, I meant it from the bottom of my heart. We're going to go back with that E31. We're going to just color in his the pads of his feet. We're doing that the same color as his belly and where his, I guess, pants would be. I don't know. And I think he looks really cute. Just simple blends. So yes, I love Tanya's store. in her family store. And it's crazy how things kind of come together, because why would anybody look me up and be like, oh, are you across the street from me? And then to find out that her family like lives in my neighborhood, it's bizarrely good. Is that a word? Bizarrely? I don't know. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm having a good time today. So, ironically, I had to hurry up and rush here because I had a doctor's appointment, which is on the other side of town. It's like a 40-minute drive, because I always go see Cincinnati doctors. And my friend wanted to talk to me about, we're going to work on some stuff today. And she wanted to talk to me, like, but she was going to see her doctor, and I'm like, I don't think we're going to have time to talk. And she literally called like 2 minutes before I like turned on my computer. I mean, I ran through Guthrie's, which is a chicken place, grabbed some some chicken tenders, fed the French fries to my birds so they would shut up during this, which is why you don't hear Gracie knock on wood. So I'm using the E9997 family. It's my favorite color for denim. And I thought it matched really well with this blue, which is, you know, the fact that I know my markers as well as I do, I just kind of go for them. But I do have these charts and a lot of stuff on Instagram, YouTube, obviously, because we're on there today. And I also have it on TikTok, a lot of speed colorings, but you can get a lot of my color combinations by watching my speed colorings. That kind of is where my content lives, is in the speed world. I don't know if you guys know this, but these replays, I usually edit them so that they're in like vertical orientation or portrait, and then I put them on TikTok, and I also do them as shorts on YouTube and Instagram. So the stuff is around. If you like can't stand listening to my voice, I totally get it. Or if you don't have time to hang out for lunches or dinners or whatever, I get it. So I'm giving him a blue tie to match this chair, because in my world, he's going to be very matchy-matchy. So you saw that I normally go lightest to dark, but I want to moisten my fibers on my paper so I get a little bit of a better blend. And then Lisa is typing here that she is in the process of doing a new paper with my favorite blends. Now, I don't know if you know this, and this is not really a sales plug. I mean, I guess it is, but it's not, like, not intentional. But I have a coloring book. Now, there's a free one that you can download, and it has all kinds of, like, it has, like, four of the same image on each page, and you get, like, 31 colors or images. And the idea of that is one, you get a boatload of cards that you can make, but it gives you a lot of practice. And what I like to do over time is, like, I like to go back and see, like, how my coloring has improved over time. So maybe I would color, you know, an image in the summer, and then maybe again in the fall, and then maybe in the winter, and then I would see what my progress is in the spring. So it just gives you a timeline. But in there, you'll, you know, get some of the swatches and stuff. Now, if you do the color, if you buy the one that's to pay for, I mean, I guess it's not free. The one that's on there now, it's now $3.99. I used to give it away for free. But if you buy the big one, it comes in a 1-inch binder. It gives you all the theory behind Copics, and it gives you a lot of my swatches and stuff. So it's just a really cool way to, like, it just gives you a cool way to like have a place to keep it all together. Now, one thing that I want to do with these binders, I want to build on them. That's why I went with the binder thing. Is I want to be where, like we did a whole series. Well, my team did. I was sick at the time, so I didn't participate. Did all kinds of like card sketches. So what I want to do is I want to like make this all consolidated, and I want to put them out there. And these will be for free, but then you can either print them and put those in your book and add to your like to what I'm gonna call like my my resource book. Okay, or if you wanted me to print them, then you'd have to pay for that, because I mean paper does cost money, you know, but that's not an option out on the website right now. And mainly that's just because I have not gotten to the point that I've been able to do it yet. It's not that I don't want to. So, yeah, there's always this big discussion about koala bears. Are they cool grays? Are they warm grays? Are they toner grays? I don't know. I like a warm gray, but I've seen some really cool ones. Now, if you want something that's in between, like a warm and a cool, you could go with a toner. It's slightly warmer than the cool gray. Now, if you go with neutral, it's just dead on boring gray, and that's what a lot of people that render architecture drawings use. And that's actually, I don't know if you know this, but that's what Copics were originally made for, or for rendering like architecture, like blueprints and stuff like that. And then it turned into like the manga, that's how you say that, drawings. And then, you know, us in the craft world, we kind of take everything over. So I'm using this W7. I'm just trying to read what everybody said. Jenny, your husband's a disabled veteran. I didn't know that. Thank you for his service, and thank you for what what you've done. Because, I mean, it's a family effort. My husband was in the military. He was in the Navy before I met him, and I better take both lids off. But I'll tell you, some of his best stories, his best memories, his best friends, they are still the people he served with when he was 17 and 18 years old. And it means the world to me that we have people that are willing to serve our country selfishly, there we go, and are willing to put their necks on the line for people like me and you, and so that we can have all of the craziness that we have in our country. And I'm not gonna go political on anybody, but it's amazing how different everybody is, and all the different religions that we have, all the belief systems that we have, but somehow we function as one country, sometimes better than others. But it's the people who fought for us that gave us that opportunity, and that amazes me. And it like our I put my first responders in there, you know. Man, our cops, they see the worst of the worst, and they see the best of the best. Some of my very best friends were cops when I worked in the ER. And man, I don't at all envy them at all. But the things that they saw, and then I had a lot of EMT friends, and let me tell you, these people are wonderful human beings. So I put them right along there with our military. Some of them served in the military before they were ever cops or doctors or nurses. My brother is a military doctor, or was, I should say. And so none of that falls short for me. I love this country and I love our differences, and I love that we get to be who we are. It's just amazing that we all somehow figure out how to live under one big umbrella of a country. And even when there's diversity, it seems like we're all proud. I'm proud to be an American, I'll tell you that. I love my country. And I love my first responders. Yeah. Man, this is hitting home today. So I'm just doing some small little curved flicks where the artist sort of put in, some of them. And then I'm kind of making some of my own so that the ears and the fur, I'm thinking that he's going to have like some pretty furry ears. I don't know. I've never played with a koala up front. You guys met at church too, Jana? I love it. You'll have to tell me that story sometime. Yeah, yeah. Meeting my guy at church truly was a blessing. And we kind of, we had the same beliefs. We both, support each other in our beliefs. We both bring our weaknesses and our talents together. But what amazes me about my husband is, man, does he know the word. And I never would want to argue with him. Like, he is my biggest resource besides the Bible himself or my pastor. He is so smart and he knows his stuff. I mean, and he walks the line that he believes. I mean, he does not expect. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. We all have our flaws, don't get me wrong. There are times I throw him under the bus. There are people in this room that know that I do. When I say in this room, in this live, because we all have our moments. But yeah, he's a good one. And man, he supports me in every way, with every endeavor I want to do and every whim. And man, should we all be that lucky. All right, I'm going to go back to these ears with a W3. LOL, I was going to say, Lisa's laughing because she heard me. She heard me have some words about my husband today. Oh, I mean, and when I say that, I would never share them online. And I would never degrade him, in public or whatever. Now, did he make me mad about the shower today? Yes, he did. And he heard about it. So I always wait to take a shower until after he leaves for work because I have the opportunity to be home all day. But there are days like today where I need to be home or I need to be in the shower just the same as him. And he has this knack of, he would die if I was telling you guys this, but who cares? He has this knack, and he denies it, of turning the water on as he is in the bathroom in the morning. You know what I mean? In the bathroom in the morning. And he runs the hot water out. So, a week ago, I go to get a shower, and there is no hot water at all. And I came out hollering. So this morning, I knock on the bathroom door. I'm like, hey, I need to take a shower too. Just so that you're aware. And he didn't hear me because obviously my voice isn't that great. And, And he's like, what? So anyway, I got in the shower anyway. And it was lukewarm. Really made me mad, just so you are aware. It really made me mad. So I'd seen that he had a missed call when I got out of the shower. He goes, what did you want? I'm like, I just wanted to take a hot shower. And he's like, oh my God, just kill me. I was at work until 12:30 last night. And I had to oversleep, and I'm sorry that I got into your shower time, because he knew I had to be the doctor too. He apologized. But my God, it was so funny. You mess with my shower, I'm not a very nice person, just so you're aware. I think you're picking up on that. Your shower is your coffee. Yeah. So my shower and my Coke Zero are like the number one things. So do you guys see how I left a lot of blank area in his face? And that's for the highlight. So by doing that, we're building like rounded cheeks, and we're giving him some curvature to his face. So this is the W1. And I'm still taking both lids off. And I do that because we kind of live in a humid area. And I'm going to very nicely just start to color these in. Now, I can go a little bit heavier up here. But I'm just going to do like 2 swipes, like under those cheeks. So now we have that rounded look. And I'm going to go ahead and fill some of those in. With that W3. I'm sorry, W1. Oh, and we're going to do the same thing down here with the legs. Psh. We're just going to get her done. We're scrubbing that in. We're getting a nice blend. And by leaving that scary W5, or is it a W7? W7 in there, you're giving a nice cast shadow where that jacket is, and you're also making it look like a rounded leg. Okay? Nerdy Crafter, how are you? She's the one that I didn't answer the phone because I was getting ready to go live. So there's that. Sorry, Nerdy. So their claws are like really dark, so I'm using that W7, real heavy there. So what do you guys think of this paper, like the pills and the glucometer and all that jazz? Do you like this? I kind of like it. Alright, so pushing that off to the end. So we're going to need to pick up this red. You guys know that it's not a card that I've made unless there's a card. Or I mean, I've read. So we're going to use, trying to think what I want to use today. Alright. You have not seen this one from me, and this is going to be real tiny, but that we're using the R89. And this is the darkest of the reds, unless you go into like an RV99, but that's really a red violet. So, at this point, where all this comes together, we're putting in a little bit of that R89. If you cannot use 3 or 4 colors, then use 2. I looked into it actually, Lisa. It might be on the way. I mean, it's not on the way yet, but I mean, it might happen soon. So this is an R59, so we're still staying in that 9 family, so I'm kind of like, you know, I'm blowing the whole, you know, Copic coloring theory here. And I just disconnected from AirPlay. That's awesome sauce. Alright, and it's back. Alright. Now we're going to use, I'm going to leave out the 3-7. We're going to go to an R3-5. So we have R8-9, 5-9, and this is a 3-7. And do you see how that just popped? Now, if we want to, we can go in with that R37, take both lids off, because reds bleed. And you can add just a little bit more in there. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, I would say that his shirt, so we see glimpses of his shirt. So I'm going to stick with that R30 family. And this is so I'm going to start with R30. And that's going to be right here under the tie. Really, that's it, because this area right here is actually his lapel. Do I need to go in a little bit tighter? So this area right here is his lapel. So honestly, you're not going to see any more of his shirt than that. So that's the R30. I don't know why I think he should have a pink shirt, but that's what he's getting. He looks like he'd be like a friendly doctor or whatever. So I'm just going to go over that with an R32. All right. We're going to backtrack. Where I put his cheeks, I am going to take this R11 and I'm doing some side swipes. Remember, I don't like those like dot for cheeks, so I always kind of bring them from the side and work them in. Okay? And I think we should make him look like he's got some teeth. So I'm going to use the C2. And I drew 3 little lines, and I swear to you, I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's really cute. Really cute. Alright. So, oh, shoot. I'm all over the place, you guys. I want to add some pink to his little ears. I don't know why I feel like every ear needs some pink. But in my world, it does. Do you see his teeth? Oh my God, they're just cracking me up. Alright. I think that we should do his jacket next. And the reason I say that is we're going to make it white, but we still have to put some color in. And then where the tubing of this stethoscope is, we're going to do that same red. And reds like to bleed, and we're using colors that have Memento Tuxedo black, yes. So I'm bringing in like some wrinkles. And again, just think of it as like C's. And this is with a C3. And we're going to give it a really nice big cast shadow where these rings are hanging over, and the shadow. Did you see that? I took that C3 and I followed it all the way across that tubing, because that's going to leave us a shadow. There's also going to be a shadow here, and I'm going to give him a little bit of cuff, and under this collar there's a shadow, and a little bit there, and a big one around the hand and around that notepad. And we're going to kind of give him a few strokes this way, like little flicks, so that he can look like he's got rounded arms. And now this tie is also going to give a cast shadow. And then, of course, that arm is going to be in shadow too. Now we're going to go in, that was a C3, we're going to go in with a C1. And I'm just going to blend that out just a little bit. Here we go. And then right here where this stethoscope is, that would be a white. Okay. I know that his claws look extremely dark. We are going to fix that with a gel pen. So I like VersaFine Clair for sentiments too. I just saw an influencer that I have been watching for years. And it just makes me crazy. She goes, I just found out that you can use VersaFine Clair with alcohol markers. She goes, but you'll have to heat set it first. I'm using a clear marker to kind of get some of my white back and to like blend a little bit. So a colorless blender really is not a blender, it's an eraser. It just pushes color. And in this case, that's what I want it to do. But she said you can let it dry, you can heat set it, and then you can use markers. Okay, I need you to hear me. This is something I am passionate about. VersaFine Clair is a pigment ink, which means that it's a solvent type ink. You cannot use one solvent with another solvent without it bleeding all over. So you have got to use a water-based or dye-based ink to stamp with, and then you can use alcohol ink. There are a few on the market that tout the fact that they are watercolor and alcohol marker friendly. The key is you have to heat set that. But the fibers in this paper, you see that the alcohol goes all the way through it. What makes you think that the ink doesn't do the same thing eventually? If you keep wetting it with a certain medium, it's going to soak in there. And in the fibers of the paper, it's all going to mix. So why are you taking that risk? I'm going to tell you to find the dye ink that you like to stamp with, and I want you to stick with it. But I don't want you using StazOn. I don't want you to use VersaFine inks or pigment inks. Just listen to me. I had somebody when I first started who argued and freaking argued with me about how you could use VersaFine and VersaFine Clair ink. And then she gets smudges all over her paper when she was 95% of the way through. And let me tell you something, I could not convince her it was because she goes, why even heat embossed it? But that ink is underneath that plastic that's under that plastic that melts. So do you know what that means? That means when you moisten it with these markers, then you're activating that ink. So just don't do it. And then you won't be mad as hell when it doesn't work. Did you see that I got a little bit passionate? Just don't do it. Okay? And I mean that. And I say that because I don't want you to be like, why does my coloring not work? It doesn't work because you're using the wrong stuff. Period. And don't let somebody who is being paid to tell you things to tell you any different. I am not getting paid to tell you what ink. Because you know what? I don't even sell ink in my store. And I've been coloring way longer than I ever owned a store. So let me tell you, nerdy, I'm telling you that my friend would emboss, and then the papers would get wet, and they would still bloom, and they would have smears everywhere. Just don't do it. It's just, why would you spend this much work and then find that one spot that doesn't do it? Just don't do it. This is something I'm really passionate about. I'm not trying to sell you ink. I can give you links to ink that I like, but just don't do it. Okay, I'm done. That sounds like one of my favorite newscasters. I'm done. So anyway, I'm using this R32. And you guys haven't heard me get really passionate over something. When you spend $4,000 on markers, why do you want to ruin your projects? And after you spent hours coloring, why do you want to ruin your projects? It's just bad practice. Listen to the people who are going to tell you the truth. Period. I got nothing to lose by telling you not to screw up your markers. I don't sell markers and I don't sell ink. I do sell stamps, and if you are coloring my stamps and you get all the way done and you screw it up, then you're not going to want to color it again. And that matters to me. So that was the R39, and now I'm coming in with R37. So 32, 39, and 37. And just so you know, I did write that influencer and said my 2 pieces to her too. So you guys didn't just get yelled at. She did too. It was somebody that I've been following for like 8 years. Crazy. So I just let a little bit of that pink show through. Alright, I am going to take a drink, because like I said, this is craft and lunch and chat and I don't know. And because I was on my tangent, my throat was like, ah! What color would we like his notebook to be? I feel like we need a yellow. What do you guys want? What do you guys want for that notebook? I think a pop of yellow would be good because we've got the grays, we've got the reds. So you tell me what you think. Yellow? Okay. We're going to go with a happy yellow because we're still working with kids. Alright, so I'm going to use this Y19 as my scary dark. Dr. Koala looks like he's wearing dentures. I know, isn't that funny? Now, if you have questions about watercolor, what kind of inks to use for watercolor, or want any special stuff, talking to Betsy would be the way to go, because I am a monkey when it comes to watercolor. I'm just lucky if I get it done. So now this is Y08, so it's just a hair brighter and cheerier than that Y19. But by adding something that has a little bit of a brown tone or an orange tone to it, it makes it pop. I'm using a Y06. And I'm closing in most of that area. And then I'm using this Y11 as my coup de grace. Alright. So his eyes are kind of bugging me. Okay? And I don't know why, but my guy needs to have blue eyes. Maybe it's because I have blue eyes. I don't know. So the artist didn't give us a whole lot of room to work with, like an iris or anything. But I'm going to just go over that slightly with blue. Okay? And I'm going to grab my, since I don't know where my white gel pen is. It's mixed. Have I ever showed you guys? The way I have this set up, I have no idea where that white gel pen is. Stupid. Anyway, I love this thing. I got this from Five Below. It's a cool little carousel. So we're just going to use the Sharpie. So I am going to put that dot right back where it was, and then I'm going to put it right in the corner, and they go exactly in the same spot, because when the light is shining on it, you get the same exact 2 spots no matter which eye it's in. It's not like if I had done it like opposite, then they would look like they were cross-eyed. Now this little bear, I'm just going to give him one. And I'm going to give Mr. Doctor here just some highlights on his claws. And I feel like, alright, I'm not going to lie. I think his nose doesn't have enough ink. It's like the first time I've stamped with that. So I'm going to color him in black. Is that overkill? Yep. Yep. Yes, it is. But doesn't that look better? And do you see how that toner, even though it's a T10, still pulls a little bit brown? Okay. Now, I left the spirals white as if like the light was bouncing on them. I'm going to give him a little bit of highlight there. I think his little tie could have a little something. We could just go kind of break that up a little bit. Oh, I see something I forgot. I'm going to give him a little bit of shine on his earpieces here. Going to give him a little bit there. And I don't know, for some reason I feel like maybe a little star there. Maybe a little star there. Maybe his feet need a little bit of highlight. Where else? I know one other thing. These little pieces that go into your ear are black. So we are just going to make them black. And what else is driving me nuts about my painting, or my coloring, is that section underneath needs to be colored, like more in shadow. So now he makes a little bit more sense. What do you guys think? Now that I use that little white line across his teeth, does it look like he's dentured? I'm curious. I think he's cute. He is sweet, you guys. You know, I think that it's my party. Oh, crap, I want to. Is that how that goes? All right. Let's see. Let's see how big I cut this. Because I have no idea, you guys. So this is 5 1/4 by 4. So do we want him on, oh, I already answered that question. I'll still pose it. Or do we want him on navy? Oh, he looks good there too. Oh, shoot. All right. What do you think? Do we want it on red or do we want it on blue? Which one do you think? Blue? Red. You know that my red loving heart's gonna want red, but you all have dealt with me like spouting my mouth and giving lectures today, so you all can make the decision. Judy Van Zant says blue. Lisa Shireman, hello, I didn't know you were out here. Nice to have you. She says navy. Lisa says double matte. Of course you did. Of course you did. All right. I am not a huge double matter. I don't know if you guys knew that. So whatever. I just remind me when I go back in to Zoom. So I always cut my papers like 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. That way I have somewhere nice to start. That paper is not cut square. We'll get rid of those. And now I'm going to take, so that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And do we want the blue mat or the red mat first? My computer's saying it doesn't want any double mats. You guys just want to see me struggle with the matting, those tiny little layers. Ugh. Thinking none of you all are my friends. You won't be after this. Okay. Wow, you guys almost... Okay, get rid of those. Gone. I'm going to cheat a little bit. And I'm going to cut this side down a hair. This side down a hair. I don't like that at all. Where are we at? Have to do it. I feel like I'm cutting off. So I should have printed these papers bigger, so that the like pill bottles and stuff were like, you know, came in more. But you know, I was flying by the seat of my pants. Alright, I just did it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. Everybody's fine. Okay. Got that off my chest. And we are going to pop up this guy. So I'm cutting this down. This is double-sided adhesive. I should sell this in the store as much as I use it. What do you guys think? Should I sell this in the store? Jenna, I love thin borders too, but my problem is that I can't ever get borders on straight. I don't even know where my glue is right now, you guys. It's on the floor. I just saw it. So I'm popping this doodad up. Do you guys remember if I cut that blue one down? I feel like I'm falling apart because you're making me do layers. Layers! You know I'm teasing you guys. I don't care. I just want to make sure I got it right. Now for me, it's really hard to do like this dark background on this dark glass. Yay, the monkey did it! If I can do it, you can do it. That's what I tell everybody. And I'm going to make sure that I'm going to go ahead and glue this layer down onto my card base. So we're going to make sure that the crease is at the top. Lisa, you could never get that lucky that you never got to talk to me again. I will probably call you in 15 minutes after me putting this video up. Now my question is, What do y'all think about these first responders now that you've seen them colored? I always put the crease down on my desk, so that way if I have to cut pieces off, like if they're not centered, or if I'm just stupid. Let's try this again. Take 2. This is the stuff that gets edited out of videos. So this should make you feel good to know that everybody makes these crazy mistakes. And I'm going to use my pop press. And what that does, it just gives me a nice adherence. And you know that's going to make me bonkers. See that white? And I will chop that off. So I use 120 pound cardstock, so my cards get really thick really fast, which is why I had to. And the reason I do that 120 pound cardstock is that once you start putting layers on these cards, if you use like lighter weight, a lot of times get flimsy and they fall over. Do you know what would look really good with this? My Arctic blue rhinestone. It's a done deal, guys. We're doing it. Oh no, or that or boyfriend blue. It's boyfriend blue. I lied. We're not doing Arctic because I don't know where my Arctic blue is. But these are really pretty. Boyfriend blue is actually like my favorite color. I don't know if you know that, but it is. There's a certain ink from a company that doesn't exist anymore. It's called Vegas Strip, and every time I use it, I'm like, I'm getting boyfriend blue out. So as soon as I found like gemstones, hi guys, you saying hi to mom? As soon as I found like this boyfriend blue that kind of matched that ink, I had to bring it into the store because it just made my day. He's starting to scratch his ear. He's got an itch. He's got an itch. I'm in rare form today, you guys. I have been awake since 12:30 this morning. So at 12:30, I heard the code on my door being keyed in. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, so I start yelling for Sean. And here it was Sean. He had to go in for an emergency. Not an emergency. When I say emergency, and like not anything that nobody was hurt. Just some stuff was not running correctly at work, and so he had to go take care of it. Do we need more? I think we need more. I think we're going to give him a little bit of a blue dot on his uniform. I've been all about the gems lately. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I sometimes take them, leave it. And now comes the red heart. Yeah, Lisa and I met over boyfriend blue. She used to giggle at me when I would just go crazy over boyfriend blue. And I think it was Lisa that found our boyfriend blue rhinestones. And she just knows how to speak to my heart. One thing that's coming are some flat confetti embellishments. I have them, I just have to bag them up. So look for those in the shop soon. I think we've got a purple coming. We've got to look like it shifts like to a teal, and then we've got a teal that kind of shifts to a green, and then we've got like a copper color. We've got some really cool stuff coming. Alright. What do you guys think? Stop rolling. What do you think? Do we love him? I love him. I even love his little dentures. So tell me, we could keep coloring, or is an hour and 7 minutes enough time of my craziness? Because honestly, like the coloring of the actual koala is going to be the same. It's just that you could, you could do a card with just the fire truck, with the Dalmatian. In fact, I'm going to do that probably, even if we don't stay on here. I'm going to probably color today. But I love these papers. So, do you guys want to see them again? Alright, here's the thing. These were printed with my inkjet paper. And if you place an order with me from this video, in the next 2 days, like I will see who has been in here, who has been in this chat. If you place an order, so you'll get the stamps an additional 15% off, and let's be real, they're already at a humongous deal. Like, I'm kind of losing money here, but I will print these off and I will add them to your order, and I'll fix this to the right size. So you'll get the pill bottles, and then you'll get these like with the hotel, or the hospital. I always call it the hotel because of so anyway, I'll print you off like 2 of each. Now you need to know these are not professionally printed. They're just me playing around with what I might be doing down the line. And then you'll get this one too. So you'll get 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. And if you were smart, you would probably put in the notes, I saw you on YouTube. I know you didn't know about these because I did them last night, Lisa. I made these. I'm like getting all kinds of crafty these days, you guys. I'm becoming a big girl, learning how to do some stuff. But yeah, so they'll just be A2 sized. I might do them a hair bigger so you can cut them down or whatever, but for the most part, you can get those 4 papers. You will not get the koala pre-stamped on it. You'll just get this. But if you place the order, I will print these out for you. So just make sure, because I'll look at the comments, or you can add a note in your Shopify order saying, I watched you. Yay! Lisa says she's proud of me. I'm becoming a big girl. I don't know if you know this, but Lisa, when I first started, she built my website, and she pretty much does everything with the website, and she has slowly taught me how to do most of the things on the website. I am sure that if I had spent weeks learning how to do all the things, that maybe, girl, she had that website built and like all the stuff transferred over. She did amazing, and she has been awesome. She does all of my graphics for the most part. So I'm growing up, girls and boys, if you're on here. So here's my red, white, and blue stuff. Anybody? All right, this is my last chance. Does anybody want to color anything else? Or are we gonna go and I'm gonna like color on my own? This little fetus absolutely cracks me up. He looks like a little peanut. Just too cute. So let me know what you think. We're gonna give it like another minute. Yay, Lisa, is what Judy says. Yep. So I want to look through here to see if I missed any comments at all. Lisa reminded everybody to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I want to say welcome to anybody that's new, that hasn't said hello. And it's nice to see some of my design team on here. both Betsy and Judy are on my design team. And then you've got Nerdy, who is going to help me teach some classes at the Stamp Boys show in Cincinnati. So yeah, I feel like I've got my tribe, you guys. I mean, this doesn't happen by itself. I mean, Sean and I cannot do this by ourselves. These people make it happen, and we are so grateful. And again, the reason we put the first responders on sale, one, they're cute. Two, first responders and military are extremely important to me and my family. I used to be one. I've had quite a few of them save my life over the years, and I don't know what we would do without them, and I just want to say thank you. Everybody has a first responder they know, or a first responder that has responded to them, and what a better way to say thank you than just send them something like this. Or if you have somebody that's in the hospital, come on, who doesn't like Mr. Dentures here? And you don't have to color him to be like Dentures. You could have just done like pink lips. I just thought he was hysterical with his little teeth. But anyway, so do you want to see those stamps again? If I have them. So we've got the doctor, which is what you just saw. We've got our Shiro, our nurse with the little elephant with the cutest sayings. And then this. This right here, I want to color the fire truck, and I just want to put the dog in front of him. I don't know why, that just makes me happy. And I think it would be perfect to give to a firefighter. All right. I don't think anybody else is saying anything or saying, please color. So, yep, it is a veteran. Who's in Indiana? What did I miss? My hubby is, Judy is in law enforcement and is a veteran. Thank you, Judy. I'm so glad. All right. Anyway, I am going to get off here, and I'm going to get some work done. Not that this wasn't like part of my job. It's the best part of my job that I get to hang out with you guys, and that I get to color, and I get to do some of the stuff that I love. But again, if you placed an order, I will print these off for you. And again, they are just from my personal inkjet printer. They are not professionally printed, so please don't get mad at me if they don't look amazing. But they might be pretty useless stuff to come later. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good one.